My name is Joe Navarro, and for 25 years I was a special agent with the FBI. As a spy catcher, I specialized in the study of nonverbal communications. The program we've prepared for you is one based on my studies, my experiences, and my research into the area of nonverbal communications. In my program, you're going to learn what people are really thinking and saying nonverbally. And I'm sure you've seen people who are touching their face, touching their neck, and you've always wondered, well, what does this mean? Well, one of the secrets that you're going to learn is that anytime we touch our neck, something is bothering us. One of the beautiful things about nonverbal behavior is you can use it in everyday meetings and in everyday associations, at work, at home, at school, and so forth. But in my profession, I've also learned to use it in some very interesting and historic situations. And one of them that comes to mind was one that I had to participate in. And that was at the time when the Soviet bloc still existed. And the Pope, the Catholic Pope, had traveled to Poland to meet with the general that was in charge of the country at the time. And one of the things that stood out was not so much what was said, and it wasn't so much the pageantry of the Polish Pope returning to his homeland. What stood out was a very subtle behavior that I was called upon to share with the intelligence community. And it didn't take me to point this out, because anyone who was present actually saw it. And it was very significant. It was really based on a nonverbal display. And what it was here was this simple man, the Pope, a very humble man, facing power. And not just any power, but the might of the Soviet Union. And here in one instance, this general who stood with his dark glasses in front of the Pope was shaking and quivering. And this spoke volumes as to how tenuous the situation was, how powerless this government, this general, was in the face of the Pope and the religion and the people that he represented. And it was things like this that we used as counterintelligence agents to look at and says, what does that tell us about what's really going on? And what that tells us is that those governments are fragile, that they're falling apart, and that they quake in the face of this humble man. Whether you're a teacher, a father, a mother, an attorney, a physician, or you are in the human resource business, I think you'll find that the power of body language is something that will improve your ability to observe behavior, to read behavior, and to interpret behavior.